That's what makes it.
How much you charge for that? Well, they send you the sneakers and I charge them $400. I stay busy with everything.
So we got to work together to make it great. So I got to listen. It is go time. I hope it's go time for you. Membership or something for you to get in there?
Yeah, you have to.
Hey, come on in the room. Come on in the room. Alexa, pause. Come on in, everybody. Hello, Cherry. Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land and out there in TikTok land and out there in Facebook land. Come on in. I was about to say Grand Rising, y'all. I was about to say Grand Rising. I got to remember that it is nighttime. Come on in, everybody. Hello, Miss Consuelo. Hello, Charmaine Givens. Welcome back, Queen. Come on in, everybody. Let me just go ahead and hello, Queen Solar. I see you on the check-in. Come on in, everybody. We have the Queen today stopping by Jasmine to have a conversation. I just want to share this out to everybody. So come on in, and if you are coming in, share this out, Sharon, share this out, Wifey, share this out, Mamie, share this out, everybody. If you are coming in, share this out. That's my granddog coming in. So while you all are coming, I want to play one of the songs that I love of Jaszy's while we are just coming into the room, and I am sharing out this live. I can't wait to have a conversation with her because she is such a phenomenal woman, I believe. It is my opinion because I've seen her work very, very hard over the last probably 18 to 24 months in the face of adversity. In the face of adversity, everybody. When I tell you, sometimes people, you never know what people are going through because they still put on their beautiful faces. They still do what they need to do every single day. So you never know what people are going through. So that's why I'm so excited to have this Queen on the show today, everybody. Hello, Queen. Hello. Thank you so much for tuning in today, Janetta. Thank you so much for coming in on the check-in. I cannot wait, everybody. Hey, what a life. Hey, everybody. Hey, broken but unbroken. Welcome back, everybody. So while I am sharing out this live, I'm just going to give you all a taste of some of Jaszy's music. She just recently got signed. I'm so excited for her because, like I said, I've seen this Queen work really, really hard. Really, really hard and do it with a smile on her face. She wasn't out there complaining. You never saw her dragging anybody, even though she had, okay, right, Janetta, even though she had all rights, okay, because sometimes, you know, when hate comes and negativity comes, some people just, you know, when people are meant to shine, Stellar, when people are meant to shine, there's nothing that can stop that. You know what I mean? So I'm so excited to have her on the show. And I just want to play just a little snippet of one of my favorite songs that we've always supported Jaszy over here. We saw the shine, y'all. Okay. Some things you can't put a lid on, you know, and she is a beautiful person from the inside out. And I respect her grind. I respect her hey, baby. I respect her grind. I respect the way she moves. She carries herself with dignity and respect, and you don't see that a lot of times, y'all. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. I'm keeping it real in 2025 with myself and everybody else. Sometimes, you know, we need more of that. So let me get in here and play one of the. This is one of my favorite songs that she has out here, everybody. You feel that beat? Come on now. Woo, go and get your flag.
I'm thinking it's crazy, babe, that you've been deceiving me. Did you really go around thinking I won't know? Your vibes I was thinking, babe, can't believe you're trying me. I can see you're guilty because your actions show. I see it in how you move, your persona, your attitude. All that you're doing is making problems grow. If you gon' keep playing me and doing the same old things, maybe it's time for me to think I should go. So I can tell you're lying.
Okay, thank you for that, Laura.
Are you even trying?
What?
Cause when you reply,
yeah.
I can tell you.
Yeah, she coming, y'all. She coming, y'all. I cannot wait. And that was just a little piece of, right? Isn't she so what? What? She is, yes, Jasmine is definitely the R&B queen from the Falls. Definitely has that title. Hey, Gerard, thank you so much for the check-in today. Definitely has that title. I am so excited for her. I cannot wait to have her on here. When I tell you she carries herself, the way what you see is what you get with her. What you see is what you get with her. But anywho, y'all, as we are waiting on all of that, I do want to ask all of you that are tuning in, how are you doing? How is everybody doing tonight? As my bro always say, where are you with your mental health from 1 to 10 as you are coming into the room? We got Gerard on here. Make sure y'all check his podcast out with our girl Teresa. Gerard, put in the chat when the podcast comes on with our girl Teresa. Right, Janetta? I cannot wait. You know what? Everybody loves Jasmine. They really do. You know, you listen. Like I said, you can't hate on what is already destined. And I am so I could not be more proud of someone, especially when you see the work, right, everybody, right, Big Mike, right, bro, right. When you see the work that people are out here doing, those are the ones that you want to clap for. Because we've seen the work, whether it was trying to bring light to her city of Niagara Falls, trying to bring the culture forward in her city of Niagara Falls, all of that, right? Janetta, that is exactly why I'm on here today, hon, because it's just been one of them times, right? That's why we hold in each other's hand, because it's been one of them wishy-washies. That's another reason I'm so happy that Jasmine is coming on today, right? That's another reason. Thank you, babe. That's another reason why I am so excited that she is coming on today, so we can do, because the mental health, just like Janetta said, it's been wishy-washy for a lot of people, right? I talked about it a little bit earlier in my 7 a.m. show that I be doing on TikTok, that it's been tough. So we need some encouragement. We need some love and light. We need some good music, right? We need all of that type of stuff right now to help move us forward. So I wanted to also, while we are getting everything together, oh, thank you so much, Janetta, and loving you right back, Queen. Don't think I don't see you out here. Don't think I do not see you out here, Janetta, okay? I pay attention. I pay attention to those who are doing work and bringing light to subjects that a lot of times many people may not be aware of, Janetta. So I pay attention, love, and I was happy to see you and hear your story. You guys just come on in while I bring up this story that I wanted to talk to y'all about. Now, make sure, if you have not already, that you tune into the Morning Show podcast. Tomorrow, we will be live at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. We're going to have a lot to talk about. Pretty much a summary of the things that were going on this week. Also, let me ask all of you this, as you all are coming in, or even watching the replay. The month of February in your city or town, in the month of February, is there a particular seat that's reserved for the Queen, Miss Rosa Parks? because I know in many cities that is the case. And some people, and we're going to talk about this tomorrow on the Morning Show podcast, some people, I don't know if it's truly ignorance or if it's just like, I don't even care. Who is this woman? Like there's definitely a lack of respect there now. And I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know where it's coming from, but we are going to be talking about that tomorrow on the Morning Show, because there's some things I know, there's some things that we need to just hold dear, because there were people that came before us, and there's reasons why they came before us and did things for us. Now, I know some people are probably going to be like, well, Miss Rosa Parks was not the first. No, she was not the first, but she was the one that she was able to make a significant impact. And I know there's a whole bunch of other stuff into it, but that does not matter. What matters is she was able to make an impact. And here we are. We can sit anywhere. And it arose from that. So anywho, let's get into this story, everybody. What's being reported. And I haven't talked about the Jay-Z and Diddy. So allegedly, the Jay-Z and Diddy case. I'm not even sharing my screen. Yeah. Ooh, so I guess the Jay-Z and Diddy case involving the 13-year-old girl voluntarily dismissed by attorney Busby against Bad Boy Entertainment. We're definitely going to be talking about this tomorrow. I don't want to really get much into it today. What I do want to say, everybody, is that in a lot of these cases, you have to keep in mind, and I'm not saying that anybody is guilty or anything like that. Money can be a driving factor in a lot of cases, can be a driving factor in a lot of cases. But also you have to think about that when you are going up there telling your story, you are telling the story and you are rehashing everything that happened to you. Everybody can't do that for any amount of money, because that is literally, you are taking yourself back to that place. So before you get to jump into any type of, assumptions, I would just say, look at it from not just from a narrow lens, look at it from a broader lens, because we don't know what happened here. We don't know what happened here. But apparently, allegedly, it is, they're dismissing it. So Big Mike said, I don't do mass transit, but I haven't heard if there's a seat reserved. Yeah, so here in different cities, everybody, there's seats reserved for Miss Rosa Parks. There's seats reserved, and some people don't abide by that. If it is in your city, let me know in the chat. If it is one, if there is a seat, if you take mass transit and there is one in your city, let me know. Because I don't think that you should sit there just a few days. Like, I was having a conversation and the person was like, they didn't understand if it was just people just don't care anymore. Like, traditions are really going out the door. Or maybe it's like, because they said it's not Black History Month, so we don't want to observe the history of those who came before us. I don't know. Lady Wonderful Destiny, I don't know what it is, but I do know we are going to be talking. Hey, Toddy, how are you? Welcome. I do know that we are going to be talking about it tomorrow right here on the Green Links Media, Green Links World Link. Y'all, I'm all over the place. Just thinking Green Links World Entertainment on the Morning Show podcast. So I want to get into another, because this is Black History Month. And I do believe that our history is forever. I do want to get into a song that I know people have been requesting, and that is Terrence Love, Everyday Valentine. So let me get into that song, since this has been a hot request. I don't know, maybe because Valentine's Day is right around the corner, but this song has definitely been requested a lot.
all mine. Yeah. Can't never think of you at night when I'm asleep, girl. All day I been for you, cause you're my favorite treat. You're my everyday Valentine. And tonight you're all mine. Yeah. Custom made 2-piece suit, diamonds as my jewels. Chairs love fitted, all gifts from you. Cause my baby keep it living like a meal. And girl, I make you feel like you're a star for real. So I send a text message, what I wanna do. If you say yes, then girl, I'll be coming through. No, I need a love to come and swim in your loving, girl, that's for real. I think I'm going crazy. Can't never think of you at night when I'm asleep, girl. All day I've been for you, cause you're my favorite treat. You're my everyday Valentine. And tonight you're all mine. Yeah. Can I kiss you from your head all the way down to your feet, girl? Anything you want, I do, cause girl, you look so sweet. My everyday Valentine. Tonight you're all mine. Yeah. I seen the sun, I seen the moon, I seen the stars above. Looking into your eyes, my kisses on your thighs. I call my name when I reach that special spot. Oh yes, we're about to start making love over here, love over there, love in the kitchen, love in the chair. Times girl is gonna be a ball. Cause once I get inside, girl, I'm gonna try. Can't never think of you at night when I'm asleep, girl. All day I think for you, cause you're my favorite treat. You're my everyday Valentine. And tonight you're all mine. Yeah. Can I kiss you from your head all the way down to your feet, girl? Anything you want, I do, cause girl, you look so sweet. My everyday Valentine. Tonight you're all mine. Yeah.
Let me talk to you.
Tonight you're all mine. Yeah. Can't never think of you at night when I'm asleep, girl. All day I've been for you, cause you're my favorite treat. You're my everyday Valentine. And tonight you're all mine. Yeah. Can I kiss you from your head all the way down to your feet, girl? Anything you want, I do, cause girl, you look so sweet. My everyday Valentine. And tonight you're all mine. Yeah.
Okay, y'all, that song has been requested a few times. I said, you know what, let me just go ahead and play it because it is February, and I know a lot of people equate this with Valentine's Day, and I know we have certain songs that we play during certain seasons, like December. A lot of people was requesting the Cider and Hennessy song by by Prince Killer. Everybody, I said, yeah. It's just one of them days. I promise you, I had forgot that I had even had a show at 7:00 because I was so busy during the day. Thankfully, it was a good busy. I'm always glad that I'm busy, but I had totally forgot. I see you down there, Queen. And then I'm like, oh my God, it is 5:00 and I need to get home and get it together and decompress my mind before I get up here because the beautiful Jaszi is here. And I'm so excited for her. And I really wanted to be in tune with this conversation because this is growth right here. So let me go ahead and bring her on up. so we can start this conversation. Welcome, Queen.
Hey.
Welcome. How are you?
I'm good. I'm blessed. How are you?
I am blessed and highly favored. So go ahead and let everybody know who you are. Introduce yourself. Looking all beautiful and fabulous.
Don't do that. I heard you say you had like to decompress too.
Yes.
Yeah. It's been one of those like really busy. You try to get so much done before the weekend, and yeah.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Yeah, I'm Jaszi, and I've been doing it for quite a while, for 16 years, and I'm from Niagara Falls.
Humble. She is a lot. Don't be humble, Jaszi. She has traveled. Jaszi has done some things, and she came back to Niagara Falls, just like many people, because sometimes we have responsibilities that outweigh other things that are going on in life. And that's one of the things that I respect about you, because you were able to still stay grounded, even though things are always going on, and still put your all into your music, even though sometimes I know it doesn't feel like you're putting your all into it, doesn't it? Sometimes it's like, man, I could be doing
Sometimes
much better.
your biggest critic, and stagnation, it makes me very like offset. So I have to feel like I'm always doing something that is going to benefit my future, or that, has or serves a purpose. If not, then it's like, what am I doing?
Yeah. Have you always been like that, Jaszi? Or did you is that something that developed as you, began to mature and get experiences?
I would say, as far as me doing things that I really want to do, I've always had, it started off as a stubbornness. I had to be humbled quite a few times in life. I had to start my life over quite a few times. Have I've always like believed in my dream and knew that it was like something bigger? Yes. But I just didn't know what the approach was. I still had to learn myself. Again, I had to be humbled, and look at life bigger than what it is. And once I started doing that, it's like, okay, well, I have one life. I have one chance to do this right. And, just pretty much make sure that, you're putting out good, because, whatever you put out is what you get back. So I try to put out productiveness, encourage other people to do it. And, yeah, it was a process. It wasn't there all the time. I was a completely different person like 10 years ago. Yeah.
But that's where you can look at your growth from then until now, right? You can see the progress that you made, and the different experiences that you have gone through that led you to where you are right now. Like, you're able to hold your head up and say, one of the things that I admired about you also is that you stood on integrity. You know what I mean? Like, there's a difference in, some people can just, be out there and pop off and all of that. And people will gravitate towards that. But you, from day one, from our first conversation, you always held a different type of morality about you, which I respect.
Yeah. That comes from like trauma, just to be as transparent. I do public speaking and things like that, and things that I've went through. That's why like my album is going to be called Journey, because that's literally what life has been, and it's going to reflect just like, me going from a caterpillar into the cocoon, and then like transforming into the butterfly. So, of course, in that cocoon is always pain, and it's transformation, and it's time, and it's a lot of isolation. And that's a lot of, that's why it took a long time. A lot of people were wondering, like, where's your album? When are you putting it out? Like, not only was I making sure that the timing was right, and that it had like the right the right platforms and the background and everything with it, but also like, I'm reflecting whatever I'm putting in my music. If it's a journey, it needs to reflect it, and I want to be where I want to be, at the end of the album. So, yeah, integrity with it being a male dominated industry. When you go through trauma, especially at the hands of a man, there's certain things you're just not going to stand for. Certain things I'm not easily impressed by. I didn't get it out the mud. Like, I was blessed with, a very firm family on both sides. I come from a bloodline of Black pioneers. So we stand on integrity and building, ourselves and our name and our family and bloodline to, respect our ancestors and, our children and generations to come. So certain things, the flashy stuff and, all that, that's why I'm usually just in and out. I just I do my business and then people hit me up the next month like, yeah, I saw you 1 minute and you disappeared. It's like, I want to
You
talk
see,
to network, but I have boundaries too. So
you see me, Jaszi. Listen, you really have to, I think when you are going through that process that we all have to go through, especially if you want more in your life, when along that journey, you do get to a point where you're like, you value yourself more.
Exactly.
Right. And you are unwilling to bend for certain things. I'm not saying like you have to be like whatever it is that you're searching for, it has to be perfect, but
right.
You have some boundaries and that is okay.
Exactly.
That is okay. I think we need to start establishing some boundaries.
Yeah, everyone
should, go ahead, huh?
Like to me, what I was saying, everyone should have boundaries.
Yeah. Now, as far as your musical journey, when did that start for you? And we've spoken before, and Jaszi's been on this show before, but I want to introduce you to everyone out here that's watching the new Jaszi, because that Jaszi, you're a different Jaszi now. So introduce us to this new Jaszi and talk to us about this musical journey. And I want to also play one of the songs because we've always supported. We've seen.
I know. Thank you so much. Every time I always get a tag and, you guys are playing my videos and playing my music. And I just personally want to like really, thank you for the support because you don't have to do it and you do. So like really, I really appreciate you guys pushing me.
Yeah, because you really are talented, Jaszi. It's one thing to support people. And that's one of the things that it still bothers me, that in this industry, it can be so cliquey. It's so cliquey. And some of the music is like, I don't understand the popularity. I just don't. And that's why I listen. If y'all see, I'm honest about my music selection. I'm not going to be just, if you see me saying I love it, that's because I really do. If you don't see me saying anything, it's because it is what it is. I'm
right.
That's you. So we saw, and I don't know if probably because we are coming from a different lens, you know what I mean? We've been able to see outside of, so I know we know you are talented. And we support you over here. I want to play one of your videos because I know you have new music coming, but this is one that we always it's ringing in my ear. Help me. Go ahead and talk to us about your journey with this song, because it's such a beautiful song, and just talk to us about this.
Yeah, so this song, like I said, most of my music reflects, what I've gone through. And at that point, it's just like how I am. I'm a runner, so to say, in relationships. Like, it's like, okay, all right, say less. I'm gone. I've done everything I can. But I always give that last bit of hope, because some people, they're not aware of what they're doing when they're doing it. Or sometimes people don't see what is in front of them. So I feel like if you communicate to a person and put your ego and your pride to the side, and it's like, hey, like, help me understand you. Help me help you, help me, like, so that's really what it was. It was just like that last bit of hope and just saying, like, reassuring the person love is scary, letting your guard down and being, vulnerable with the person is scary. So just, letting that person know it's safe. And if it's not for you, maybe it's not for you. And, that's it. So this video has helped me. It was shot in Richmond, Virginia. It was a beautiful Japanese garden. Shout out to J Hunt Productions. He also does my beats. He actually started doing beats with Chris Brown and Trey Songz back in the day. So he is phenomenal. He's going to be working on this project Journey with me. and I hope you guys enjoy it.
Ooh, here's Help Me, y'all.
Second after second pass, minute after minute, damn. Hours after hours, traps my mind day after day. I don't know why your mind just wanders when you feel like you can't hold any longer. I feel your heartbeat so much stronger every time I walk away. Can you clear the air? Can you? To me it's so unfair. Say you're here to stay. Yeah, yeah. Look inside your heart. Can you? Can this be a new start? Please don't walk away. Say we'll be okay. Say we'll be okay. Say we'll be okay. Do you remember promises were made to me? Do you remember saying you'll give anything? Well, baby, first gotta protect my peace from all of these feelings. No, why your mind just wanders when you feel like you can't hold any longer. I feel your heartbeat so much stronger every time I walk away. Hey, can you clear the air? Can you? To me it's so unfair. No, say you're here to stay. Yeah, yeah. Look inside your heart. Can this be a new start? No. Please don't walk away. Say we'll be okay. Say we'll be okay. Say we'll be okay. Say we'll be okay. Look inside your heart, can you? Is this a brand new start? Ready? Please don't walk away. Say we'll be okay. Say we'll be okay. Say we'll be okay. Say we'll be okay.
Look, y'all, I forgot I was in the interview. I'm back here just a jamming. This is now you see what I look like when I be playing in video.
Thank you. I'm getting over the cringiness of watching my own stuff. I have to get used to it because I'd be like,
oh my God, Jasmine, you move me. You really do. You are such an awesome spirit. And I'm so happy that I met you in person because I really do get to say that you are really an awesome spirit in real life.
Vice versa. Thank you.
Yeah, because listen, I love when I meet good people because I know that that's nothing but God, right?
Exactly.
Everlasting success on your musical journey, Jaszi. So talk to us about what is going on with Jaszi. What can we expect from you right now? What all of the excitement?
This has been so tedious. Literally, help me. No, I'm fine. So I just signed a distribution deal And it's for Capitol Records, for Virgin Records, and also Universal Records.
What's
So
up?
I'm in the process of, well, pretty much when I was doing my music, I was doing everything on my own, along with Jay Hunt, who did the beats. I made sure I owned everything, made sure that I did my marketing, made sure that, I registered the songs, that I owned everything, that I was getting revenue. So I didn't just do it with looking it up. I had guidance with Cutmaster C and Big Fendi. They're the ones who discovered Nicki Minaj, French Montana, etc. Um, we go back to like right before the pandemic, 2019, and they've been an amazing support. Just honestly opening my eyes to what needs to be done, so that when I did get put in this position, that I was prepared, because these companies are so tedious. The minute I started going through the process, I ran right to Facebook and I was like, any artists that are doing it, like, stop what you're doing now. Stop what you're doing.
Does that help?
Everything. It made it so easy, because that's really what it relies on. That's what pretty much qualifies you, not just good music, and not just a good look, and not just a good following. You can have all of that, but if you don't own any of your royalties, if you don't have the rights to the beats, if you don't, if you've worked with too many people, and some people may not be on top of the paperwork, as because that's your future, that in their hands based off of their availability, or their urgency of getting it done. It was so tedious. I cried so much getting it done, but I knew it was a blessing at the end. But me having my things together and situated, and then also, asking for help when I needed, like, like, I'm a student to life. So any business ventures I have a mentor over me who is successful in it, that, I can go to and ask for advice. But yeah, so pretty much everything is done. All paperwork is done. It's sent off. So next thing is that video. You guys aren't gonna see it for a while. So sorry. That one and the Turn It Down video. All of my music is coming down off of platforms.
I noticed it's gone.
Yeah, they started already, and honestly, like, it's a growing pain, because I'm so used to, like, sometimes I'll have my moments and I'll be like, you know what, let me just look at my growth, let me see, like, what am I doing this for? So for me to have it all taken down, it's going to be down for a minute, but they're going to start marketing and promoting and doing it properly. I'm going to have a deal signing party, one in Buffalo and then one in Atlanta, meet with Universal out there. And we're going to work and get things done and rolling. So it's like I'm starting my music career off all over again. People who are local, y'all just got to watch it a second time. That's all. It's just going to be on a bigger platform.
Wrong with that.
I thank God for that. And shout out to Sheila Brown. Shout out to King Shad. They're doing district well. So, they definitely helped guide me. They had reached out and saw what I was doing, recreated, a great friendship. And, I'm very grateful for the opportunity. But please, artists, what I will stress is just make sure that you can everything, you have your UPC codes. Like, this is a business. Your song is literally an item on the shelf, so you have to treat it accordingly. So yeah, I must thank you, Platinum. But yeah, please treat it accordingly. So I thank God for the opportunity, and I can't wait to see, how everything unfolds. Is very surreal.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
The hard part was getting through all that you had to get through. Like, oh my God, the amount of work probably was like, whoosh, at times, and the tears was just watering your soul.
Yeah, just the paperwork alone was equivalent to buying a house. Like, so much paperwork, so much tedious, but you have to stay consistent. And, it wasn't easy. You and I, we've talked, off of, social media.
Social media, exactly.
push, yeah, and you know, just pushing through it. Even what I see you doing, pushing through, and you know, God blesses you for, you know, the acts and, you know, the good gestures that you do and the love that you put out. So that's why I'm making sure that, you know, as I'm finishing this album, I finish it off in love and not just like, oh my God, he broke my heart. Oh my God, I'm walking away. It's like I'm past that now. So, you know, it's gonna like I'm completely different now. It's like I wouldn't say I don't feel it when I perform it anymore, but I'm just not in that headspace.
How do your
I'm
kids
excited.
feel about, do they understand that like mommy is doing some things right now, you know, like this could
Yeah.
potentially change our lives?
Hmm. Yeah. They've been getting stopped at school. Um, my daughters,
Oh,
there's some students and teachers that have talked to my daughter about it. My son, he tells me, because he's gonna be 16. He's like, can you please be careful what you put on social media? These guys love you. The boys won't stop. So, you know, that's why I still keep it, you know,
mm-hmm,
conservative as much as possible. I don't do anything to make them feel away. But, you know, although it reflects my journey, me and my children, we've gone through so much. We've had so many beginnings and endings. And, you know, it's really humbled me. I'm blessed to have amazing kids. And, you know, they got to tour with me too. When I lived out of town, I was homeschooling them and working from home. So I would take my job and their schooling. So they got a taste of it. They got to meet some people and, you know, experience it. And I've always kind of told them, like, you know, we don't have a normal life, you know, just letting you know, it's going to be things like, you know,
mm-hmm,
within this time, it humbled us all because, you know, they were kids that had the nice stuff and, you know, they would get bullied and things like that. So I would have to talk them through it. But, you know, with children, you have to kind of like take their hand and walk them through it, especially when it's so much that's being put out there publicly, because everything that happens to me, it ends up happening in public. So, you know, when you have children, you have to protect them.
yeah.
But this,
How is that, Jazzy? Because like you said, you have a teenager, and
Mhm.
when, like, you can't get away from when people are just want to be ratchet or wretched. How do you handle that with your teenager?
He is not a teenager mentally. He's taking college courses, so he's a 10th grader.
Mm,
And when he graduates, he's going to have his associates. He's also doing
mm.
um, internships. He's going to start, and he's into, you know, technology. It's a program called P-Tech. Shout out to NFHS. Um,
Oh,
but yeah, it's amazing. He is a very old soul. He does have his teenage moments. I'm not saying he's the perfect child. I love him. I love my baby. But
yeah.
he's very sensitive. He's very keen. He's very aware to things that goes on around him. And he'd be like, Mom, these girls are ratchet. I can't. These things I don't subjected to. This is like, you know, it's like talking to an adult. So, you know, I thank God I don't have like children that are out there. My daughter, she's a little sassy. But you know,
Our girl's so different.
that's a work in progress. But as far as my teenager, he is a very humble, very sweet, very giving, very loving. He's always been that way, you know,
Mhm.
since birth, honestly. So, you know, they've gone through this with me and they understand it, and we're just grateful. And I'm like, listen, I told you mommy's gonna do it. I told you, look, you know, like it's exciting. It's like opening up a gift anytime something new happens. Oh wow.
And you're doing it. Are they bothered at all by anything that like going on in the news? Do they have conversations like that? Are they bothered at or scared about anything that's going on in the news?
Honestly, we have our own little bubble.
That's good. I often wonder about kids growing up in this
I
age.
watch the news a little bit. I don't become
Hmm.
too overconsumed because to me as an entertainer, and then also I did HR administrating for a marketing company, and that was with
Hmm.
Forbes companies and things like that. So I know the tactics of people, you know, getting reeled in, targeting audiences, fear
Hmm.
tactics, things like that. I'm not
Hmm.
a person that's into conspiracies. I don't get too deep into that. I just focus on like one life to live. If they're gonna, you know, something crazy, we're just gonna adapt. Do we have a stock and storage and
Hmm.
goods and waters and canned goods downstairs in the basement? You doggone right. But
Are you a packer?
Huh?
Are you a packer? You know, they call those packers people who store.
My grandmother is. So essentially it was passed down, like she jars things. But as far, I don't know if it would be the term packer, but like canned goods, dry goods, cases of water. Like anytime I go out, I'll grab a case of water. Toilet paper, paper towels, paper plates, generators. Because you know, you never know what this country is up to. But to me, like I treat it like I treat my town. It's not my business.
Listen, yeah, I'm right with you. In some things, I feel like, you know what, I'm just gonna mind my Black girl business. I just am. I can't get consumed with this stuff. I have to be aware, but I can't get consumed with this stuff because it's a lot. I want to go into another one of your songs. Let me fix this back. They're saying keep pushing through. Yeah, Joker told him about. Yeah, he's down in South Carolina.
Oh,
hey, how you doing, Platinum?
To make my way out there.
I want to get into Stutter. Now, this is a fun song. What was it like writing this? And were you in a good place writing this song? Because it's a fun song.
PR. Sometimes, okay, so there's Jasmine and there's Jaszi, right?
Ooh.
If my boundaries, or if I feel like, okay, I've been disrespected too much, but I'm not gonna square up anymore. I'm not putting hands on anyone. I'm just gonna put it in my music and I'm gonna post it everywhere. So with this, even with the cover art of it, shout out, no name said, you know who you are. I was in a fun place. I was okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so with this, it did get messy. Even with the marketing, they were it was really females. Females were targeting me based off of an individual, a friend, so to say. And yeah, like when you know someone's like kind of playing in your face a little bit, but I'm already like hip to it, I'll play along with you, you know. Not there anymore, mind you, this is older music, guys. That's why I'm laughing about it, because it was like, wow, I really did that. So what I did was I got the guy and we did a photo shoot, because everyone's like, oh, she's gonna play that. Oh, he's doing. No, we're gonna cover his mouth and grab his chain and put it all over town.
I love it.
It was fun though. It's fun. But nonetheless, it was inspired by Joe Stutter, and yeah, it's just like, you know, just don't play in my face. We know what the gist of it is. And yeah, that's really it. It's a funny storyline, funny backstory, but you know, we're not gonna go too deep into that.
We're gonna,
but, yeah. My rebuttals are in my music.
This is definitely one of those good ones, y'all.
Are you too comfortable? Are you even trying? 'Cause when you reply, play the same old games, and boy, you really know you changed. When did we become enemies? I'm noticing you acting strange. I won't play the same old games, and boy, you really know you changed. When did we become enemies? I'm noticing you acting
Are you bringing back this R&B music? Oh my goodness. Yes. Oh my goodness. That is so beautiful.
Thank you. See, it wasn't too hard. You
Not
can say things nicely.
Talk to me about your writing method. How do songs just come to you, or like do you get like this download sometimes, or do you have moments where a verse will come to you and you have to write that down and then you finish the song? Like what is your writing process look like?
Honestly, I'm trying to change my writing process because I feel like it's a little I'm usually like overwhelmed with emotion and I have to like pour it out.
Mm-hmm.
So as I'm doing it, I will write down like what is going on in my head right now? What am I authentically feeling? And I put it down and then I try to find metaphors as to like it goes like a deeper level. Like I use a lot of metaphors in my music. You'll hear a lot of it and Turn It Down because that's when I was down and out. But yeah, I just put it to paper and then I sit with the beat. What I've started doing recently is I've started painting again, and I would play a beat over and over, just have it on repeat. Like, okay, I'm drawn to this beat. Let me paint something. And I've been painting music inspired art while, listening to the beat. And if anything comes to mind, then I'll write it.
Mm. Do you find when you are going through things in life that you can sometimes be more creative?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I think when you're going through things, you have an option. Well, you have two options. You can either, fail yourself or try to use it in a productive way. And what I mean by like fail yourself is like just get too wrapped up into your emotions to where sometimes you don't think as rationally as you would, and you may not make the best decisions. Me, I have, it has to make sense to me. So that's why I'll throw myself into music or art or, just something that will uplift me. I don't believe in like the victim mentality or sitting around feeling bad for yourself or anything. It's just, okay, what can I turn this into? There's a purpose as to why this is happening. So yeah, it's definitely, mainly it's triggered 9 times out of 10, but again, I'm trying to change and shift my creative process just so that I'm not relying on that, because then essentially it's like you're manifesting trauma so that you can be creative. And I want to make more love-based songs, because I love them, Keisha Cole, Mary J. I'm just kind of
Right.
to them, because it's like I'm not just all like, this crying hurt singer. I'm not just talking about how guys aren't about nothing, because there are some guys out there trying, but I think once I put that out there, it'll come the right way. But,
Yeah.
just got to be careful of what energy you create and like your intentions.
That's funny you said that. I'm glad you said that. I'm note to self as well, because I do find, listen, get me mad, I'm on fire. And it's like, it can't work like that, because then you crash and burn. But man,
yeah.
That emotions it helps to get the emotions out, to write the emotions out as well.
Exactly.
When you are going through your beat, picking the beat to go with the music, what does that look like for you? Is it based off of like when you're writing the music, do you hear the beat? Or is it something that when you hear the beat, then it's like, oh, I have some words that would go well with that. Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, I collaborate heavily with my producer. He is so talented. And we've been doing this for years, since probably like 2016, 2017. So there's already that musical chemistry. So he already knows like what songs and what beats and what sounds and stuff will go well and what will mesh well. If I'm like, hey, listen, I'm going through something right now. I need you to send me a package over. And he'll send me about 4 or 5 beats and I'll sit and I'll listen to them and I'll save the rest. I'll save those for later. And we call it the vault. So, he's like, did you check the vault yet? I was like, yeah, nothing's fitting right now. This, like, you got to give me something else. But yeah, listen to the beat and then it's not, I wouldn't say meditate to the beat, but kind of, I let the beat speak to me and then I put it into my own words.
I can see that. I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
Do you sometimes sit with a verse for a while because the rest of the song does not come as easily?
I have a phone full of those. I believe in timing though. I don't rush myself and I have grace because as an artist, you're being vulnerable because you're putting your inner thoughts and things that people usually keep to themselves out there for people to judge or even for them to relate to. It doesn't have to necessarily be judgment, but you're opening yourself up. But yeah, I just again, I try to be careful with that though, because when people do it, then they take on whatever it is, and that's why I'm kind of just trying to steer more into a positive field of music now.
Some of my most favorite music are the ones where you can tell that is the artist, like the vulnerability in the music. You can tell that is the artist. But sometimes, like you said, I've found that the artist is not always willing to be like in the song, they're vulnerable, but to talk about that person, they aren't, it's like, ooh, wait a minute.
Exactly. Right. So, I mean, like, I'll come back to it when it's time for me to. And it's always the perfect timing. If I don't finish a song, it's not the end of the world for me. It's just like, okay, all right, I've done my due diligence so far with that. So I'm okay.
Yeah. I think good music really is timeless. Like I'm such a music person that I'm listening to music that was made in 2019 and I'm like, it's new to me, even though the artist made it years ago, it's new to me. And I'm like, man, I remember one of my favorite motivational singers, her name is Unique. She wrote this song called Goals and Dreams. I play it often. If you ever watched my show, you may have heard me play it. But by the time I found that song, I think it was 5 years old then. And then it ended up doing crazy numbers after our interview. But I say that to say a lot of times good music is good music. It does not matter when it was written. We're still listening to Doodle Brown. You know what I mean? Like
I think it was yesterday, right?
Not that that's but still, certain music is just classics. So what are some musical influences that you had growing up that made you become jazzy?
I would say I'm going to start off with the church because that's, I was only allowed to listen to gospel up until a certain age. I would say Yolanda Adams. She was my first favorite singer. From her to Whitney Houston, I used to be obsessed with Brandy. You guys will see that all on my YouTube. I literally used to always do interviews and like, who was your influence? I used to try to call her on, how you press 0 on the operator.
Did you?
He didn't have a last name, so I never got through. So let me see. Brandy, like the R&B, like the 90s R&B, Monica, Maya, Deborah Cox. I liked songs that challenged me in my range. Songs that, Alicia Keys. I actually learned how to play piano by listening to her album. I play by ear. So I play piano and I play acoustic guitar. So I would do lessons, but I had to kind of teach myself. So Alicia Keys, shout out. I learned how to play piano from what was it? The Diary album. Yeah.
That was
So
one of her early ones.
yeah,
Oh,
I was
wow.
locked up in my room with my piano for
Yeah,
hours. Yeah.
she's a beauty. What do you think about Christina Aguilera? Do you think she should have went further? I feel like she didn't use her voice
I
as
think
much as she could have.
the industry intimidated her because she was a white woman who was a power. And
Mm.
she got the bad and, so to say, of both sides, because she was being compared to the little pop singer princess Britney Spears, who was, soft and bubbly, versus, the Brandies and Monicas of that time, and she's out singing them. So I felt like they kind of kept her compartmentalized to where they didn't really know where to place her, and she, that's why it took her a minute to kind of like find her place back into the industry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
but I think she definitely should have. But and then on top of that, she came from Disney, so you already know the strings and stuff that they pulled deep in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always thought she did a rendition of one of the Queen Whitney Houston songs, and man, I was like, she really can sing. Like you use your voice and you can hear like the depths and ranges of your voice. You can hear it, like you let loose. Some people
Right.
are afraid of that. I think because they're afraid. I felt like she was afraid to be stigmatized because she could have definitely done R&B.
Yeah, she could have. I
R&B.
should have done R&B versus pop, but they just they threw her into pop, and then she would do these like R&B ad libs that didn't really mesh well with it, but worked because it was her thing. They did Christina Aguilera thing, but I definitely think if she would have done R&B, she would have gone very far.
I think so too.
Yeah, you gotta stand on your 2 feet though. Like I said, it's a male-dominated industry, so that's why like I felt a distribution deal was much more beneficial as an artist. You still get the benefits of using their platforms, their audience, their marketing and everything, their connections, but you get the say as far as how you want your music career to go. You just got to
still have your creative control.
Exactly.
Beautiful thing. Do you think more artists should look into that type of distribution, especially if you want to get to the listeners? A lot of times you're sharing the risk, also the capital, because now you have the ability to get to more people, get to more listeners, especially with those Virgin like Capital.
Yeah. So when I was working in marketing, like I said, their main goal is targeting the audience. And if you do music, your best bet is to go towards someone who has an audience for music. So you can do as much as you can. You can do the little viral funny things on Facebook or on your reels to grab attention, but that's all they're going to look for. They're not going to say, oh, well, look, if I dive deeper into her profile, eventually I'll see that she's a singer. No, like you have to place yourself in a position to where that, their reach is substantially more than yours, and they can do that work for you, because trying to push it will be expensive, it will be time consuming, it will be draining, and you'll find yourself having to like lose yourself and find yourself again because of the ups and downs of it, because nothing's ever going to go like completely smooth as you plan. But if you have like the right audience and the right platforms that already been doing it and they've already shown success into it, why not? So some people, they're looking for that money up front. You have no idea how many calls I got, people thinking I'm a millionaire now. It's like, no, like I get my revenue from my salary, because I have a corporate job. I have multiple brand ambassador deals. I just actually got 2 more today, but my main one is Fashion Nova. And then
Congratulations.
Thank you. So like even with being an artist, you have to have multiple streams of income that ties into it and that makes sense. It's all about marketing and making the package presentable.
I'm glad you are really going into this thing with an open mind, and we hear the stories of people getting these deals and people going into these contracts, and then they are literally broke at the end.
Yeah.
I think the back end is where you will see a lot, because you want that residual income as well. And many times I know we want to have everything taken care of, and we think that if we get all of this money right away, that it's going to fix all of our problems. But money does not fix the problem. Money does not fix anyone's problem. It makes us comfortable enough where certain things we don't have to worry about, but it doesn't fix the problem.
Right.
So I am very, very happy that, you know, that your success is turning out the way that it is, because you can now focus on the craft. I feel that sometimes we get set up where we have to do a little bit of extra work in order to appreciate what's ahead. And I know you are going to appreciate what's ahead of you. And I wish you a lot of success. I'm actually going to head over to another podcast. Everybody, follow me over to Rooms to Breathe if you are watching. Yeah, she's having an album release party. This one is different. I don't know how everybody feels about AI and music, but it is a revolution that is already happening, everybody. There is actually, yes, you will. I go down rabbit holes of music. And when I tell you I went down the rabbit hole, there's some good music out here. But like me and Joker said, because this is a conversation, and I'm glad that tune in tomorrow to the morning show. This is a conversation, because I always want to respect the artists who have been doing it this way. But I also know that the creativity space is going to bring on a lot more of that. So as an artist,
part of your that kind of stuff. That's interesting.
Oh, I've been rocking. This music is so uplifting. So as an artist, though, are you aware of that? And is there any fear in that music? Because they can. What is eventually going to happen, y'all? I'm telling y'all. Say yes, Vet Green is telling y'all. What is happening is that AI is learning how it's evolving, and eventually it's going to start sounding like other people, and that's what a lot of artists are afraid of. Is that something that you are fearful of?
Sing it live. Like, that's all I gotta say. Sing it live.
Jaszi, that's, you know what?
God bless you on your streams. God bless you on your videos. Make sure that marketing take off, baby. But make sure you can do that live too. You got to make sure you can do it all, because people will contact you. If you're showing people like, hey, listen, this is something that I do, I want to make money doing it, they're gonna try to book you. Like, you're not doing it just for the giggles of it. Like, they're gonna be reaching out to book you. So
there's a very, very popular song out right now, Jaszi, that I think is AI, because I was like, this song is so dope. And I'm like, if you go on this person's social media, he's never singing the song live. He's always, you can tell he's voice singing it. Because I pay attention. I'm waiting to see if the Milli Vanilli come out.
Oh my gosh. See, that's why I'm not
waiting to see.
Because they're going to ask, like, you know, the audience is going to ask, especially social media. You know how messy they get. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I'm not worried as an artist. But I do wish, if anybody wants to do that, I'm not bashing any AI artist or anyone who is using AI to write or to sing or to put a project out, to work on marketing. Do whatever works for you. You know, what God has for you is for you. But there is limitations to everything. Know your road. No, you know, that's all I'll say. Just don't have it set yourself up for failure, and know what you're capable of doing. Understand what your capabilities are versus what the computer is doing. That's all.
This is definitely going to be, I am interested to see what the next 5 years looks like. Yeah, I'm about to go over, and I've been jamming to, so her story, and I don't know if she's going to tell it on there, but she's told it on her own podcast. Okay. It's her journal. She literally took her journal, these journal entries, and put it into this app. And I believe I've seen people use this app back in 2020. Around COVID, they were using different apps to do things to their voices. I don't know if it's like the auto tunes or whatever, but that's really what it is. It sounds like to me. So I don't know. Want to say that's what it is, but I'm excited. I'm excited for it because it's
if it's authentic, it's her journals, it's from the heart. You go, girl.
Yeah, it's her journal entries. I thought that was pretty dope.
Tune in.
Yeah, so everybody, y'all have a wonderful day on purpose. I'm about to go head over here on TikTok. Thank you so much, Jaszi. Let everybody know where they can find you, follow you, where they can follow you. New music is going to be coming as well. But while we are waiting, where can they keep an eye on when the new music is going to be dropping?
Everything is going to be updated on my website, which is jazzimusic.com. You should see it under there, Jaszi, Jazzi music. Also, my Instagram is the same thing, @JazziMusic. TikTok, same thing. YouTube, same. And then on Facebook, I do most of I like to get personal more on Facebook, is under Jasmine Holland.
I love that. All right, jazzimusic.com, and you guys can follow her on Facebook on Jasmine Holland. You aren't on Instagram or anything?
I am. So the Instagram, they're all the same. They're all under Jaszi Music. The only different one is Facebook. And I do have a page on there that's just under Jaszi. But most of my updates are there until the marketing team takes over and does whatever they're going to do. So,
okay. All right.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Jaszi, and congratulations again. I cannot wait to see your continued success, and you are going to be successful because you put good stuff into this world. So y'all have a wonderful, wonderful on purpose. Make sure you tune into the Morning Show podcast tomorrow morning. We will be back right here on Green Links World Entertainment tomorrow at 10 a.m. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful wherever you are on purpose, because you can. Thank you, Jaszi.
All right.
Congratulations again, Queen.
Bye.
This is a Green Links Media production. Thank you for watching. Subscribe now and hit the bell to be reminded when we go live.